Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to the worst writer in the world, with me, Rufus, and my 6-foot invisible puka of a friend. No, you're doing the wrong thing.
What? I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a sandman.
6-foot invisible puka of a friend, I said.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
why'd you just say 6 foot? You're like, oh, well, 6 foot must be a sand people from Star Wars. Famous for being 6 feet tall, precisely.
Well, no, yeah, you say that,
And
but...
what else is 6 feet tall?
Yeah, that wasn't my thought process. My thought process was he's talking about that thing from Star Wars that is friends with Han Solo. What does that do? And then I was like...
You know, Han Solo and his famous sand person companion. Anyway, thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting this show. Thanks to our most wonderful patrons on Patreon for supporting this show. And thanks to you for listening to this show.
Thank
It's
you.
the easy bit, isn't it? That's the easy bit of those three.
It's the easiest bit.
That takes the least effort. Why are we thanking you last every time? Like you're the most important.
Yeah, because some people some people look at the podcast and that's much harder.
That is, yeah, your mum watches it every week. You suck. Right, so you have to tell you suck. I watched your podcast, Howard. You're fucking rubbish. You look like a right idiot on it.
Thanks,
Do
Mum.
your hair properly. Comb your hair. All right, well, it's another Howard Short this week.
Ooh, my enemy!
So let me grab your pile of exercise books from many
That's a
years
euphemism.
ago.
He's grabbing my pile.
So yeah, I'll grab your exercise books, and then when we finish that,
Yeah.
I'll choose something from one of your school books for us to read this week. Let's do it, shall we?
Yes, please.
Right, I have found a short play by young Howard called The Right Way. It's got 4 characters.
Wrong. Yeah, I got it wrong straight away. It's got to have a lot more than 4 characters. The wrong way.
It should have 22. They are listed at the beginning with a brief description for each of them. So, the first one is Philip Harper, a stupid old codger. Joan Harper, an equally stupid old codger. Claire Harper, a stuck-up, annoying young cow. And Tony Stevens, an exceedingly witty, clever, and nice chap. Right, so I'm going to choose some voices for these.
Yeah.
So, Philip Harper, a stupid old codger.
Sure.
Joan Harper, an equally stupid old codger. Claire Harper, a stuck-up, annoying young cow.
Oh, Will, question.
Hey, okay. A hipster. And Tony Stevens, an exceedingly witty, clever and nice chap. I wrote my own bio. I don't know if you can tell, but I wanted to make sure it was accurate,
Yeah.
so I wrote my own bio.
Brilliant.
Scene 1, Harper's Lounge. Mr. Harper is sat in his chair. Mrs. Harper is on the sofa. Claire is presently upstairs.
We can't see that, though. It's a play.
Oh, I do hope he's nice. That is the first word is oh, so I think I chose the voice wisely. Oh, I do hope he's nice.
He is. I've read his description.
Stop whittling, woman. You haven't shut up since the football.
Yeah.
But I worry. I know, dear. I'm sorry. I'm sure he'll be all right. I think we can trust Claire's taste. Picks up Radio Times. What's on now? Oh, I think there's a play on 2. There's a crossed out section here.
Yeah.
Massive crossed out section. I'm going to read it anyway.
Yay!
No age. Oh no. O-I. Not O. O-O-Age. O-I. And what... and what'll that be about? Flicks through Radio Times. Here it is. Well, it looks okay, but I don't like the fellow playing the lead. Who's that? William McRuins. Oh, me neither. I can see why you deleted this bit. It's really boring. Perhaps...
As opposed to the opening, which was really entertaining and interesting.
Yeah. Perhaps we'll just read today.
There are other channels.
Phil flicks off the TV and begins to read the Radio Times. Joan fetches a novel from under the sofa. And that bit's all been cut out, so that is non-canon. That does not happen. The doorbell rings. Joan gets up and leaves to answer it. Scene 2, Harper's front door. Wow, if you're doing a full fucking scene change so that we can see her talk to him at the front door. Tony is stood by the door. He is dressed in a dinner suit. The door is opened by Joan. What's a dinner suit?
I don't know.
I know what a dinner jacket is, but does that mean I suppose that could mean there is such a thing as a dinner suit?
I know what a 3-piece suit is.
Yeah, that's when a wizard gives you an E and now you've got a sofa. The door is opened by Joan. Ooh, you must... All of her lines start with O or R. It's great.
You're not adding that, then. That's not just you.
No, it's the line says, you must be Tony. Oh, you must be Tony. Yes, and you must be Claire's sister. Joan, embarrassed. Oh, no. I'm Mrs. Harper. Please step inside.
That could be a sister's name, couldn't it? Mrs. Harper, if Claire's called Claire Harper. No, I'm not a sister. I'm Mrs. Harper.
I'm Mrs. Harper, her sister. Oh, yes, you were correct.
Yeah.
Tony enters, the door closes, scene 3, Harper's Lounge. You're doing a whole set change for that brilliant conversation where she's like, hello, who are you? Oh, I'm the bloke you're waiting for. You look very young. Oh, no, I don't. All right, let's go in the lounge.
Yeah, I love the cheap amateur dramatic theatre and that, because what would have had to have happened there was the lights would have gone down. Some people in black clothing would have come on, wheeled off the sofa, wheeled off the chair, wheeled off the coffee table, wheeled on a door for one line, and then the lights would have gone down again and put it all back again.
That's true. And if it were a more professional production, then what they would have done is they would have had the stage organised so the door is on one side and the lounge on the other, and then it would have been spotlight affair, right? Like bring the lights down on the lounge set and bring it up on the door so we just see them, and then Mr. Harper's just sitting in his chair waiting. Lights back up on the lounge for scene 3, Harper's Lounge. Mr. Harper is sat reading the Radio Times. Claire comes in, putting on her earrings. Question. No question. I bet that'll be Tony. Has Mum gone? I bet that'll be Tony. Our house must be fucking massive.
That's what I was thinking.
It probably seems quite small because of the stage arrangement, but actually we live in a fucking mansion. Oh, I heard the door, although only just because it's a mile away.
Just because of what I knew at that age, I kind of was imagining that the front door would be in a corridor right next to this lounge, and that she would have come down some stairs and seen her mum at that door talking to her boyfriend, and then gone into the lounge and said, "Is that Tony at the door?"
I bet that'll be Tony. Has Mum gone? And Mr. Harper says, Claire sits down. Joan, Harper, and Tony enter, chatting. And and there stood the pig and the cow. Joan Harper screams with laughter. After some time, she quietens down. They all sit. Now that's a punchline from a computer game called Leisure Suit Larry,
Yeah.
right? Is that true?
Leisure
right?
Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards.
Yeah.
He's a virgin trying to get laid.
And in that game, that same thing happened. Like you arrive at the scene as the punchline's being told.
Yeah.
You never get to learn the setup. And I think that turns out to be a good thing because didn't that turn out to be super racist or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't tell me. Let's not talk about it. But I think that turned out to be a super racist joke. So if you know it, young Howard did not know
No.
the setup to that joke. He only knew the punchline. Oh, Tony, how do you tell such funny jokes? And there stood the pig and the cow. She begins laughing wildly again. Oh, you're such a funny young man. If you weren't fucking my daughter, I'd do you myself.
I love a good racist, I do. What a good racist you are. You can fuck my daughter any day of the week.
Oh, well, come and do a right here on the mantelpiece.
And tell some more of your jokes whilst you do it.
Claire says, "Hi, Tony." "Hello, Claire." Harper, putting down the Radio
What?
Times.
Why is she saying hello?
Because that's what people do.
No, but he's
At the
just.
beginning of
Isn't this not later and he's just finished telling a joke? Did he just come in, not say hello to his girlfriend, tell a joke, and then.
He was finishing the joke. Basically, the way it's blocked is the Claire goes into the lounge and she's all like, "Oh, I bet that'll be Tony. Has Mum gone?" And Harper goes, "Mm." And then she sits down.
Yeah.
And then her mum and her boyfriend walk in.
Oh.
And as they walk in, the boyfriend is finishing the joke.
Okay.
And the boyfriend says, "And there stood the pig and the cow." And then before Claire can say hello to Tony, Joan loses her fucking mind about how good that joke is. "Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Tell it again. And there stood the pig and the cow. You're a fucking genius. Let's fuck on the man. Oh no, you do it with my daughter. You're welcome here anytime." And then when she's finished yelling, Claire goes, "Hey, Tony." It works. And Tony says, "Hello, Claire. I was just fucking your mum. I was just fucking your mum. I told her a joke and she was so impressed that she fucked me. That's all right, yeah."
I told you that joke.
She'd probably want to have sex with you later as well then. Harper putting down the Radio Times. "So, you're young Tony then? Footballer? In my spare time."
In my spare time, I play for Manchester United.
I'm a striker at Manchester United, yes. "Yes, love the game." "Do you care for any other sports, Mr. Harper?" "Racing. Horse racing." "Why, Mr. Harper, that is my all-time favourite sport."
Oh.
Charming and nice.
Yeah, he does it in his spare time.
Yeah, I won the derby yesterday in my spare time.
Yeah, but it doesn't take long to win a horse race, does it? So it might as well be his spare time, right?
No, I mean, in fact, it takes longer to lose one.
Brilliant.
"Why, Mr. Harper, that is my all-time favourite sport." "Really? There's some on Channel 4 now." "Flicks on TV with remote control." This, I tell you what, I wish I'd got to go and see this in a theatre. This is fucking thrilling.
Yeah, get straight to the plot, don't I? Some people.
Yeah, I'm really clear on what the plot is.
I think it's kind of like a story within a story kind of thing. It's quite meta. It's a play about some people watching TV.
So anyway, Mr. Harper flicks on the TV with his remote control. Tony looking at his watch. "It'll be the 5:18. Who are you hoping for?" And Mr. Harper says, "Dansford Blue, of course."
Obviously.
I've got posters of him all over my wall.
What?
I've got posters of a horse. I love that horse. That's my favourite horse. And it's not weird for a young man to have posters of a horse. You know, some of those posters, he's got his dick out and everything. I love. Sometimes when I'm late at night, right, I look at those posters and touch myself, and it's good that. Anyway, I'm going out with your daughter. I've got posters of him all over my wall.
All over.
"Where are you going, Claire?" I don't think she's leaving. I think this is just conversation. "Where are you going, Claire?" "The cinema. There's a Danny DeVito comedy showing."
I bet it's not as funny as Tony's pig and cow joke.
shall we say back at 9
No,
PM?
because it doesn't start till 8. Oh, I'm going to miss the ending.
But it doesn't finish until 10:45.
Oh, right, okay, that is it. Huh.
Ooh, okay. 10. No. The thing is, you did. That would have been a good joke, right? But you've changed it. It says 10 at the latest, and then you've changed it to 11. So you wrote a joke and then you deleted it. That's what you
That's
did.
because this is a serious drama.
But it doesn't finish until 10:45. Okay, 10 then. Good joke, but no. Okay, 11 at the latest. Come on, Dansford. Dad just watching the racing. Come on, Dansford. Move it, Bluey. The blokes are just watching the racing. Move it, Bluey. When are you leaving? That's it. The thing is, there's two conversations going on at the same time here. So, and then Claire says, "I'm Dansford Blue, Dansford Blue, Dansford Blue. I'm not sure. After this race, Mrs. Harper, come on, yes, he's move it, ha ha, he's done it, whoopee, kazaa." Why did you say kazaa? No reason. It's just something I say when my horse wins. Why did that tent go up when you said it? That was weird.
Yeah.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu, like I've done this, but no, I don't think you've done this before. No, I just sometimes I say kazaa and a tent goes up. It's just perfectly normal for a dad.
Yeah. Would you like to hear a very good impression?
Can you guess what it is? Are we going now, Tony? I've just won £35. I've won £58. Well done, me lad. So boring.
I know.
You were such a dull child. I'm gonna write a play about two men betting on horses and both winning.
Maybe I was trying to do something realistic, for a change.
It's about to end, so hopefully we're building up to a really exciting climax. I've won £58. Well done, me lad. We'll be off now then. Bye, Mum. That's going to go and that's going to be the end. Bye, Mum. Bye, Dad.
Yeah. Bye, Jamie. Goodbye, K9.
Goodbye, Mr. Harper, Mrs. Harper. Tony flicks his wrist and a bunch of flowers appears in his
Yeah, guess it had a good ending.
He gives these to Mrs. Harper. Oh, thank you. She giggles girlishly. Goodbye. Tony and Claire leave the room. What a nice boy. Yes, indeed. And then on the right, you have written ho, ho, ho. And it ends. That's the end of the play.
I think I really outdid myself.
It's called The Right. Why is it called The Right Way?
Well, the thing is, I'm going to guess that it's not something I just did.
No, you did it years ago. No, please explain.
I guess someone said you got to write a story about someone going around and meeting your girlfriend's parents for the first time. You can either do it the right way or the wrong way. Pick which one you want to do. That's kind of my guess.
And that's the assignment.
Yeah.
Like it goes well or it goes badly.
For some reason, I chose the rubbish one, the one with devoid of any kind of possibility of any drama or tension.
Well, I think I know what writing challenge I'm going to set you this week, Howard. Could you write that same scene again, but when it's the wrong way, please?
Yes, I could. Yeah, we'll do that. Obviously, the wrong way is to tell a non-racist joke.
Oh, you fuck off out me house with your stupid fucking jokes about chickens crossing roads. Do you know, my husband told that to me daughter and she fucked him. I couldn't resist him. I didn't just immediately fuck him. I took him to see Gran first.
Oh my God.
No, I'm really upset about that.
Wow, this world's becoming very confusing.
Howard, what is this document you have sent me?
Well, you said 2 minutes ago, by my reckoning, you said
Okay.
you should write the wrong way.
Oh, you mean the follow-up to the right way
Yes.
that we did, what did you say, 5 minutes ago? Okay,
I said
that we did
2, but-
5 minutes ago. 2 minutes
Yes.
ago. Or, well, a week ago or whatever it was.
Oh, is it? I thought that this was just going to follow directly on because it was only 15
Yeah.
minutes.
No, for them, but for us, it's been some time. Obviously,
Oh.
for them, it's going to be just moments. But
Yes.
let's admit something to the audience. Let's be real with them just for a moment. Listen, audience.
We're not
We record
humans.
this.
Okay, shit. This is not the time. Is that the wrong thing?
No, we are humans.
Yeah, we are.
We're real human people.
Yeah.
And
Buzz,
but
buzz,
we do
buzz, buzz.
got to admit we do
Meow,
we do
meow.
record this.
Give me some jam.
We got to admit we do record this ahead of time. And we even go as far as to edit certain things out of it. Like, for example, the last week of of not recording while Howard wrote the wrong way.
Don't get the idea that it took me a week, though. Let's not get...
No, actually, we've recorded four other things in that time. And also, how long did it actually take you, Howard? Is it 2 minutes? Is that why
Yes.
you were saying 2 minutes?
I guess the question is, did it take as long as it took me to write the original? That's the question. Is it as good?
Yeah.
Is it as good as young Howard?
That is one question. And another question is, did it take as long for you to write it as it took me to read it? Because if the answer is no, something a bit weird going on there too, right?
No. So, no, it did take a little bit longer because actually I redrafted it after I'd written it the first time. Yeah.
Is this your first time redrafting?
Yes.
How did it feel? Was it exciting? Is it a whole new world?
Well,
A whole new writing experience for you?
it was incorrect of me to do what I did because the idea of the wrong way is just to replay it out the same, right? But it being wrong. But I
Yeah.
may have taken some liberties in the redraft.
All right. Characters. Philip Harper. All right, I'm happy already. Sorry, listener. I saw what it says. It says Philip Harper, a stupid old codger who will get murdered by a robot. Which is an amazing start. A stupid old codger who will get murdered by a robot.
Good, I'm glad
Do
you
you feel you've spoiled your own story a bit?
Oh,
Joan Harper. An equally stupid old codger who will get equally murdered by a robot.
yeah.
I mean, you're nailing it so far.
Good.
I think we're going to have to switch the titles around because this one is definitely the right way.
Ah, yeah, that's fair enough.
Claire Harper. No discernible character. Least significant person in any room. And Xavier Greek. A nice young man made of metal and death.
Yeah.
Scene 1, Harper's Lounge. Mr. Harper is sat in his chair. Mrs. Harper is on the sofa. All right, now the is in capitals, and then it says ownership of the sofa is unclear at this point, but it's probably also Mr. Harper's, and he charges his wife to sit down. In fact, that's definitely true. And just now, a little alarm her little alarm rings.
Yeah.
And she has to put another 20p in the slot
Yeah.
to continue sitting down. I like that. It's not like one of those vibrating chairs that you get in.
I think they're not vibrating chairs. I mean, they vibrate, but they're like massage chairs.
Yeah, but they are. They call them massage chairs, but they are literally vibrating chairs. That they don't like hands don't come out of them and start giving you a nice shoulder massage. They just vibrate.
They do as if I'm there.
But I like the fact that it's not doing anything. It's not a vibrating chair.
No.
It's just somehow going to stop her from sitting down.
Yeah.
Like spikes are going to come out of it, or it's going to tip her out or something if she doesn't put another 20p in. I also, one of the reasons I was laughing as I was reading that is I really get the feeling of someone who's not editing in that paragraph.
Yeah.
Who's just letting the ideas flow. And I was enjoying it in a good way. In a good way. Just the way it's like, it's unclear, but actually it's clear. And in fact, she has to put 20p.
Yeah.
All right, next paragraph of stage directions. The second paragraph of stage directions is, meanwhile, Claire, their daughter, is presently upstairs. Presumably engaged in wool activities. But she will come downstairs later and enter the scene and say, "Hello, Xavier." NB. At this point, Xavier will also be here. But he is not here now. He is somewhere else.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, no, a real echo of the original, The Right Way. But this is where we see how you've developed as a writer, because in Young Howard's The Right Way, it was just Claire is upstairs, telling you pointlessly where she is. It's something that will never be able to be communicated to the audience on a stage. Yeah. But you've taken that further and not only told us where she is, but what she's doing and what will happen later, and who she'll say hello to, and the fact that that person is not yet there, but they will be there when she says hello to him later.
Yeah.
So before I start the dialogue, this is The Wrong Way. So we heard The Right Way, and this is The Wrong Way. And they are two examples of the same situation, right?
Yeah,
being done the right way and the wrong way.
How to impress your girlfriend's parents is the
okay.
What the right and the wrong way is, isn't it? I think.
I mean, you're the writer.
No.
You tell me.
Yes, then yes.
Okay. So Joan. I do hope he's a nice young man with a handsome willy wanger.
Good.
all glistering and taut, like a wet student.
Because students get taught, don't they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed the pun. Quit your jibber jabber, woman. You haven't stopped prattling on like a ploggy parrot since the football. By the way, would you like to hear my parrot? It's pretty good. I learned it from a thing. Here we go. Ploggy want to volleyball, ploggy want to volleyball. Okay, football.
I can listen to that all day.
Oh, but I worry. I get anxious and my hair starts falling out and then I have to fly the Starship Enterprise. I know, dear. I'm sorry. I don't really think you're an incessantly... that says incessantly. I don't really think you're an incessantly wittering fuck bucket. Brackets. Lying. Now, I'm sure this young man, what was his name? Xavier Grieg. Yes, Xavier Grieg will be a nice young man. Xavier Grieg? Sounds like some kind of foreigner. Yes, apparently he's from Ghana. I see. Oh, well. I'm sure we can trust Claire's taste in men.
But can they trust Claire's taste in robots? Spoiler for you there.
No, that's been established. That was established in the cast list, don't worry. Philip picks up one of 78 remote controls. What's on now? He scrolls through a litany of TV stations. Oh, I think there's a documentary on 2, and a detective drama on 3, and a cooking show on 4, and a reality show on 5, and... Joan says what is on absolutely every channel that exists. This should take 50 minutes tops.
Good.
Brackets, if overrunning, skip the foreign ones. Skip the foreign ones.
Yeah.
After all this, it still turns out there's absolutely nothing good on. No, utter rubbish, blooming telly. Blooming. Oh, well, we could try watching something on streaming. I beg your pardon. You know I only watch live TV, Joan. I find the idea of a TV show that you start when you want far too spooky. I mean, where does it end? What if I could just start the day whenever I felt like it? What a pickle we'd be in then, wouldn't we? And we don't want to be in pickles, do we? No, we wouldn't want to be in a pickle now. We wouldn't want to go back there, would we? No. Sorry, I started improvising there. What it says is, what a pickle we'd be in then, wouldn't we? Me turning up at work 4 hours late, I'd get the sack. Oh, I don't think that's the same thing, dearie. Joan's accent's all over the place today.
Amazing, I love it.
I've kind of forgotten what it was.
Well, it's Dame Edna Everage now, so it's fine.
I don't think that's the same thing, dearie, or that it makes sense. Yeah, all right. No. It's live TV for Philip Harper. So, what's this documentary on 2 about, then? This is exactly as exciting as the right way, this bit.
This is the crossed out section. So, like, this is... Basically, this is the bit that can actually get cut very easily. The crossed out
The bit where she names what's on every channel that exists. Yeah. This is definitely the crossed out section, yeah. He depresses the I button on a remote control and the TV tells him information about the documentary. Here we are. The William McRuin story. Well, I like stories about William McRuins, I admit, but I don't like the man who is playing the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that? William McRuins. No, not him. He makes me want to chuck me Larrys all over the dog.
Sometimes you get bored and like write some fruity language.
He makes me want to chuck me Larrys all over the dog. Cover the little hairy barker in a carrots and chunderful throat yoghurt. Perhaps we'll just read instead. Philip flicks off the TV, the soundbar, the Apple TV, and, a peanut. He begins to read a TV listing magazine. Or the dictionary, or something equally stupid. I don't think we paid enough attention to that in the right way, because that was really, it was actually almost, I don't know if it was deliberate, but it was quite a nice joke where they talk about what's on TV, decide there's nothing on. Joan says, let's read instead. And he goes, all right, I'll read the TV listings magazine. It's like a beautiful moment of satire of the kind of the pointlessness of Middle England existence. He gets to read a TV listings magazine or the dictionary or something equally stupid. Joan fetches a racy novel from under the sofa. 50 tastes of chopper. The doorbell rings once, twice, a lot. Someone is constantly pressing it. Ooh, I wonder who that could be. Joan gets up to answer it, but she will Joan gets up to answer it, but she will still have to pay for sitting on the sofa, even when she isn't sitting on the sofa, because Philip always keeps the meter running.
Nice.
Scene 2. The Harper's Corridor. Joan travels along this corridor in an easterly direction towards a choice of one door. The bell continues to ring again and again, either wingifying a fuck ton of angels or saving Zach from the wrath of Mr. Belding. Could you explain, please, Howard?
Yeah, you've seen It's a Wonderful Life. I know you have.
Yeah.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. So
Okay, all
yeah,
right.
so-
Wingifying a fuck ton of angels. Okay, no, yes, I understand, yes. And I guess Zach was a character in Saved by the Bell, because the only character in Saved by the Bell that I know is Mr. Belding, because you told me about it, and I cannot stop
That's right.
thinking about how wonderful that is my whole life, all the time. All right, so either wingifying a fuck ton of angels or saving Zach from the wrath of Mr. Belding. Scene 3. Scene 3, front door. Xavier Grieg is by the door, punching the doorbell again and again. Oh, you must be Xavier. Hello, and you. And you must be my girlfriend. And you must be my girlfriend, Claire. Shall we have a kiss and get married? Shall we have a kiss and get married and have babies and not get any sleep and argue and get divorced? Excellent. No, I'm Mrs. Harper, you little charmer, you. That's good. I'm sorry. Of course, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm pleased to meet you, Mrs. Harper, you little charmer, you. No, brackets, thinking he is strange. No, I'm just Mrs. Harper, not Mrs. Harper, you little charmer, you. Right you are. Shall we shake our hands then? Just Mrs. Harper, not Mrs. Harper, you little charmer, you. He holds out a hand. She looks at him confusedly. Oh, yes. Pleased to meet you. She holds out her hand, and he shakes it really hard until her arm comes off and blood squirts out. This is the wrong way. I mean, you are correct about that. Mm-hmm. I think if your teacher said, okay, Howard, now you must write a scene in a play which is called The Wrong Way, which demonstrates the wrong way to meet your girlfriend's parents. And you gave it this, and it was about a killer robot from space. Pulling the mother's arm off until blood squirts out and she is screaming. If he gave you anything but a perfect score for that, I feel like you would have been done wrong. So. Because that is 100% the wrong way to meet your girlfriend's parents. Number one, be a robot from space. Wrong. Number 2, say to your girlfriend's mother, "Oh, you must be my girlfriend." To try and impress her. That's wrong. Number 3, pull your girlfriend's mother's arm off so she bleeds to death and dies. That is wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, she is screaming, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," and so on. "Oh, dearie dear, I was forgetting me own strength. Let me fix that for you." Xavier picks up her arm and reattaches it with laser eyes. Ooh, how did you do that? Do what? Laser came out of your eyes and you put me arm back on. Oh, yes. Female woman is suspicious. Yes, and that's in italics, so I guess it's his interior monologue. I remember.
Well, yeah, but he says it out loud.
Well, it must be, it's a script. But I remember The Firm, when Xavier Grieg first appeared as a robot from space, doing this exact scene, but with someone called Emily. I remember that his internal monologue was in italics, so I know how to perform this. Oh, yes, female woman is suspicious. Yes, of course. You don't have laser eyes here, do you? I am inventing an excuse to confound her. Well, where I come from, we are very advanced, and I am a doctor. Oh, but that's impossible. Where do you come from? Space. Space? I have misspoken. I will correct my error. Yes. Yes, just Mrs. Harper, not Mrs. Harper, you little charmer, you. I come from space. It is a small town in Milton Keynes.
Good cover.
Woman is looking like she does not believe me. So I will deflect with a little joke. That's right. That's what it says. That's right. Not many people know about the laser eyes we have in Milton Keynes. Because it's not popular with tourists. They aren't Milton. They aren't Milton keen to visit. They aren't Milton keen to visit. Joan laughs for a million years. And I guess we won't actually do the full million years. We'll just do maybe half. Maybe not full half. Okay. I have convinced woman with my brilliant joke. I am now entering the house where I will murder Claire. And he's saying this out loud because it's in the dialogue, so that's good.
Yeah.
Xavier enters. The door closes. Scene 4. Harper's Lounge. Mr. Harper is sat reading a pizza menu and nodding thoughtfully. Claire comes in, putting on her earrings. Mm-hmm. I bet that'll be Xavier. I suppose Emily, not Emily, was probably played with that voice, right? Because I have I have minimal range for female characters. And if you say young woman character, I go, okay then. Question. Is she played by Jamie out of Doctor Who? Yes. Yes, she is. Or Doctor Who. Why you? I'm not. I don't just because I wear a skirt doesn't make me a woman. Okay. Why do I have to play all the female characters? Yeah. No. Claire says, I bet that'll be Xavier. How much? What? How much do you want to bet? I love a good bet, me. Got some money on the GGs today, actually. Dansford Blue, of course. Dansford Blue is one of my favourite things about The Right Way. But the best part is when Tony says, I've got to post something on the wall. That's so funny. Because the idea of someone having posters of a horse that they really like. You know how people are into sports and they have pictures of footballers up, or people are into music and they have pictures of singers up. Well, me, right? I'm into horses. Okay, I'm probably not going to go on that date with you, actually, after all. I've changed my mind.
It is insane, isn't it? But I guess that maybe there are people out there that would have a picture of a racehorse on their wall.
I mean, maybe.
Probably not. Well, maybe a painting. That's quite popular, isn't it?
People definitely have paintings of horses, yes.
But yeah, not someone getting the racing post and like pulling a page out and putting it on with blue tack.
Yeah, because posters of horses is not a thing, right? So you're right. He's got a racing magazine and just ripped the pages out and blue tacked them up. That is definitely what he's done. And anyone who goes into his room is like, oh fuck. Why? I've got to go very, very quickly before you murder me. Yeah, I got some money on the GGs today, actually. Dansford Blue, of course. I love him. Look. Philip pulls off his jumper to reveal a T-shirt with a picture of a horse on it, which says, I love this horse.
Yeah.
I love Dansford Blue. I've got all his videotapes. Yeah. Anyway, did Mum go to answer the door? Philip puts his sweater back on. Claire goes to sit down, but... wagging a finger. Claire puts 20p in an armchair and sits in it. Joan Harper and Xavier enter, and there stood the robot and the other robot. Joan Harper makes laughter forever. Oh, what a good joke about robots. A shame it wasn't racist, though. After a bit of forever has passed, she quietens down. Oh, Xavier, you do tell such funny jokes about robots shooting humans. Hello, Xavier. Oh, hello, my girlfriend. What a pleasure it is to gaze into your eyeballs again. I have missed you with all of my battery. I mean, my heart. Right, let us greet each other with the sexual intercourse. Xavier goes over to Claire and they snog a lot and they touch each other. And they touch each other up in front of her parents.
The wrong way.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, Xavier, you're so strong. That would be my metal exoskeleton. Philip watches on in horror as his daughter rubs Xavier. He looks to Joan, who is blushing. I say, steady on there. Apologies, old man. Would you like a turn? Now, when I read that, I thought he was offering Philip his own daughter. Would you like a go on her? I can have a break if you want to go on your own daughter. But no, it says, would you like a turn? There's plenty of me to go around. No, that won't be necessary. I sense I have offended the stupid old codger. I sense I have offended you, you stupid old codger.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's really not cricket to call a man stupid. And it's likewise a very poor show to come into an Englishman's home and put on such a lascivious display with a young lady. I'm sorry, I was forgetting myself.
Xavier uses his X-ray vision to scan Joan Harper's book.
I understand what I did wrong. I should have gone upstairs and wanked in readiness. Forgive me. You most certainly should have not. Where on earth did you get such terrible manners?
Oh, Xavier is from space.
Space? What, inner space?
No, it's in Milton Keynes.
Ah, that explains everything. So, Milton Keynes, man. Poor show at the match on Saturday.
I like that. That's very reminiscent of the awkward talking about football in the right way, but by young Howard, who had no interest in football whatsoever, but was aware that men did.
Yes.
So I'm writing a man. He'd better talk about football, and then but I'll keep that short, and then I'll get onto something I am interested in, which is horse racing.
Yes.
Which I like.
That's a gambling I like to bet on.
Poor show at the match on Saturday. Yes, I agree. A very poor show. I have responded to man, but I have no idea what he's talking about. I am now robot head Googling the word match. I forgot this, yeah. Someone eligible for marriage. Something you use to set fire to things. Or a sporting competition. Conclusion. Man wants to talk about setting fire to his wife. Do you play football yourself, Xavier? What? Oh no, not me. I'm too busy setting fire to your wife. What?
Xavier lifts an arm, and the hand drops away, and flames come out.
My wife!
Actually, it says, my wifey! Because you put the E's on, didn't it?
My wife!
Xavier, stop! Dad meant the football match. Xavier turns off his flame before it reaches Joan. That bit, on a stage, in an amateur production, that bit's going to be amazing.
I am sorry. I have made a fundamental error of judgment. You wanted to discuss football, but I thought... You wanted to discuss football, but I thought you wanted...
That's a good line.
You wanted to discuss football, but I thought you wanted me to burn your wife to death.
That is a fundamental error of judgment, right? He's not kidding, is he?
Yeah, more than it was last time. More than in the firm, I think. I mean, that puts his previous fundamental errors of judgment to shame with how fundamental and errorful that piece of judgment was.
You wanted to discuss football, but I thought you wanted me to burn your wife to death.
The family dog comes in.
Oh, what a cute doggy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Xavier pats the dog into the... Xavier pats the dog into the basement. Everybody... Everybody looks at the dog-shaped hole in the floor.
Apologies. Where I come from, my father, Ghana Nick Kutana, he always... He always pats dogs into basements. He always pads dogs into basements. So then, football. Oh yes, I, a real human man, enjoy football very much. I like removing my feet and replacing them with balls and winning a big trophy and getting paid $1 million and assaulting people. Philip, changing the subject. Yes. Do you care for any other sports? Xavier uses his X-ray vision to scan Philip Harper and see his Dansford Blue t-shirt. I like the horse racing. You do? Oh yes, I love it. Me too. I tell you what I like best about horse racing. I love the horse Dansford Blue. Me too. I have his t-shirt. Yes. Yes, I love him, and I would like to fuck him, and have his tiny horse babies. Yes, I love him, and I would like to fuck him, and have his tiny horse babies. I'd like them to shoot out of his back, all fully adult, and then eat chicken legs and become evil. And then eat chicken legs and become evil. Oh, how I love Dansford Blue. I've got posters of him all over my I've got posters of him all over my spaceship walls. Oh, I love horse sex. Yes. Well, he's on TV now, if you're interested. He's actually not. He's not against that, is he? If you were like, oh, that's a bit weird, you wouldn't be like, oh, I'll turn on the TV so you can probably get your knob out and start wanking over him. He must agree. So, oh, I love horse sex. Well, he's on TV now. If you're interested, and that's the character. Yeah. Philip puts on the horse racing. Oh, where are you going, Claire? Xavier said he's going to take me to the sun. Shall we say home by 9? But it's a long way, and we won't get there until 10:45. Ooh, okay, 10 at the latest. I would like to come on Dansford Blue. Come on Dansford Blue. Xavier has taken out his groin gun and is wiggling it about. I actually don't know if the word you've written there is wiggling or waggling, because you left out the vowel.
I did do, and it was waggling, and then I saw it, and I saw that, and I thought, I won't put it in.
To see what I choose.
Yeah, to see what you choose, yeah. And you're a wiggling kind of guy, and I'm a waggling kind of guy.
That proves we are different. So Xavier has taken out his groin gun and is wiggling, waggling, and waggling it about. Oh, I say. Ooh. When are you leaving? I'm not sure. After I come. Good heavens. Xavier's groin gun splooges acid slime over the TV, and the TV goes away to dead. Whoopee. Says Xavier. Are we going now, Xavier? Now, steady on. I'm not sure I want this man to take you to the sun, Claire.
It's made a bad impression, the wrong way.
What if a robot takes her to the moon instead? No, I think she should stay here. Man suspects I am going to murder his daughter. What? Okay, reassess. Man didn't suspect, but now he does. I have failed. Self-destruct.
Yay!
What's happening, Xavier? Why is your skin falling off and you're being a robot underneath?
My strontium is unstable. Xavier explodes, killing everyone apart from himself. Hooray! Xavier picks up his skin and goes back to space.
Hooray!
The end.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World, bumper length. Ooh, it was a long one, wasn't it? Even though we called it a Howard Short, it was actually a Howard Long.
Well, I mean, bumpers aren't really that long, are they? I've seen them. They're quite, it's not like they run along like the width part of the car as opposed to the lengthy part of the car. So this wasn't a bumper episode. This was a bonnet, both doors and boot podcast.
Yeah, but you know that rabbit from Bambi, right?
Yes, I do.
Like,
Intimately.
is he called? He's called Thumper, isn't he?
He
Right.
is.
If you get his name wrong and then stretch him really far,
Yes.
he'd be long. Right, that's a good point, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to this. That rabbit that's not called Bumper from Bambi stretched along the
Being
side of a car
yeah.
episode of Worst Writer in the World with me, Rufus Penzance, and with me as ever.
Me, a giant rabbit that you can't see. Raw, raw, raw. Rock, rock. I'm a sand person.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
going to
It's
get
a good job.
you.
It's a
I'm
good
coming
job
to
you
get you,
said that you're a
droids.
Sandman, because there's no way anyone would have guessed that or linked this back to the
I can't remember what
start.
they do. I can't remember what they do. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode and would like more stuff by us for a very reasonable small price, then join us on Patreon for as little as $2 a month, or even just a one-off payment of $2 and download a bumload of stuff anyway.
Yes.
Because as soon as you sign up, you get loads, and then we just keep giving you stuff.
Bumloads. Yes.
You get bumloads.
Yeah.
I was going to say buttloads, but then that felt too American, so I translated it into British English.
Yes.
But then it was really disturbing.
No, because I
accidentally said
retranslated it to American, so now all the stuff you get is inside an American tramp. It's bumloads of stuff.
So go to patreon.com/manbycow and check out what you could get for a really, really low price. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye-bye, Milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.